Hi there. So I just got back from my sister's house. It was so much fun. She had called me and said that my big begonias that she grew me in her greenhouse are ready to plant. So I've got 2 plug trays full of them and they're gorgeous. I think I've got red and rose, and I'll show you those in a second. But as I was there, she begged me to pick a flower bouquet, and I was like, okay. She had some really gorgeous things. So her and I and Scout went out and picked some flowers. And we got some cosmos, and here, I'll show you. Isn't that so pretty? We've got centaurea. This is the centaurea, and it has a really cool structure to it. So she cut me some of those, and then some verbena here. And then this one is an eryngium. Blue Star Sea Holly, I believe, is the common name. And you can't really tell, but it's almost like an electric blue color. It's really neat. I love it so much. So I think that's all we got, was just those 4. So verbena, cosmos, centaurea, and the eryngium. So I'm gonna put these in a little bouquet, and then we're gonna get outside and start planting those begonias. And I'm gonna use this trifle bowl because it's the widest one I have. I did this last time with a bunch of flowers my sister gave me. I think it was just straight daisies, actually, straight Shasta daisies, and it was gorgeous. So I'm just gonna put them all in this container, hopefully, if I can fit, and we'll see how it goes. So I'm just gonna give them a hack. Probably just put those kind of in the middle like that. And I'm gonna strip the centaurea. The big begonias I'm going to be planting. I have, let's see, pink. This is a whole full plug tray of pink. I think she said there's 72 maybe. And then these are red. The red ones didn't seed as well, as you can see, so I don't have a full tray of those, but that's completely fine. I mean, I don't need any more than this anyway. So I think where I'm going to plant them all is where I planted my big begonias that she grew me last year, and that was all along the side over here. I have kind of a pea stone edge, and I think that this foliage and the color will look really nice over there. And I pretty much have stuff planted everywhere else. I might throw some up where you can hear that chickadee squeaking. I might throw some up in that little bed because it needs a little bit of color. Yeah, we'll for sure do that. As I'm looking at it, it needs a little bit of color up there. So I'm going to be using probably either my Hori knife or my little auger I just got from the Ace Hardware store. Let's start up here. And I think I'll plant some in there to kind of spice it up a little bit. and then also right in here. We will see. I might get attacked by the bird that was in there. we'll just have to deal with it if that happens. But for now, we'll just plant some of these in here. And I'm going to put the red in here since there's not as many. I think I planted these in here last year too. I can't remember. And it looked really pretty. So maybe we'll kind of like go around. Oh yeah, he's really mad at me, but sorry buddy, I'm gonna make your little house a pretty place to live. I know. I know, bud. I'm almost done. Let me get a couple more. I know. You're okay. I just want to put them right here. So I might put something else in there. On that other side. Boy, it is really muggy and hot out here today. I think it's 87 degrees and there's like no airflow. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. A little baby one. Okay, that'll do. Right, there's one. Now I gotta go get the pink ones and we'll get those planted along the pista. Hey, butterfly.
Take me anywhere, because you're always gone. And many nights I laid awake and cried.
Alright, I think that that's gonna look really pretty. Butterflies are already loving it. So I kind of just have this bed here along the side of my yard, and then in between is where I planted all of those. So here's a little patch. The butterfly keeps following us. It's cute. This is where I just kind of planted everything. I've got 5 limelight hydrangeas, and then in between each limelight I've got 6 Cleveland pears. And these Cleveland pears that are a little bit bigger, I planted those 3 years ago, and then these Cleveland pears I planted last season. So that's why they're a little bit smaller. They're like a couple years behind. I had arborvitaes in here and the deer ate them. But anyway, underneath here in between the limelights I have silver gumdrop heuchera. This is a really neat colored heuchera. You can see the veining in it really well, and it just has a cool color to the back of the leaf as well. It's pretty neat. I guess while we're down here I'll show you these. I've got some mixed delphiniums that are pretty much already done flowering, so I need to come in here and cut them back. Maybe I'll put these in a bouquet. These were so pretty, but if I cut this back it will bloom again. There's a blue one. These are the Sweet Romance lavender. And this is a denim and lace Russian sage. And then this is a real sunbeam, I think it's called, Shasta daisy. It's called Real Sunbeam, and I love this Shasta daisy so much. It stays really like compact and upright, and it has tons of buds on it. You can come in here and cut all these off when they're done blooming and it will rebloom. And I love the foliage on this plant because it almost has like a glossy bluish color. So that's what I have down there. And then I have this silver gumdrop that kind of continues up through here. And it's blooming right now, which is pretty. So here's where I got the big begonias, another heuchera in there, and it just repeats. So nothing fancy, just repeats. And then I have like a kind of a whitish color rock in between each one as well. So a couple silver gumdrop heuchera with the big begonias in here. And I planted these in here last year, the big begonia. Oh, I've got some weeds I gotta pull down there. And they did really great. I did plant them late like this, just like I did last year, but I think I wanna move that rock. I think it needs to be right down in there. Oh, I know why I didn't put it there, because of the sprinkler, but I'll put it, I'll just wonder if that will, we'll be fine. We'll leave it here. Oh, never mind. We'll put this little one in there. There. It kind of balances it out a little. It's a scorcher out here today. And then we've got this little section right here. I had a silver gumdrop heuchera there and it died out on me, so I just haven't replaced it yet. But same thing, silver gumdrop and then like a patch of the big begonia. This right here, I think it's a weed grass, but it's frosted explosion. But I think this is just a weed grass, but I kind of thought it looked pretty. I thought it kind of had like sort of a beachy feel to it, and I really love it when this grass blooms. That's what it looks like when it blooms. Sorry, the tag. But I just think it looks really neat, and then these little plumy things open up and it looks kind of feathery. So I left it in here. Yeah, and then I've got just a couple big rocks in here that I found. Oh my word, this limelight is starting to bud. Ugh. It's always a little bittersweet when that happens. And then up here I have the silver gumdrop with a little cute drift of the begonia. And this is a dark reader geranium. This is a beautiful plant, and it flowers really nicely for a very long time. But I love the foliage on it, and it kind of creeps around and reseeds itself, but it's not like obnoxious. It's not a thug. It is very controllable, and I actually like it because if it reseeds itself in other places, I'll dig it up and plant it somewhere else. This right here is a etched glass hosta. It's really pretty. Well, that's all for today. Just planting up some plants for my sister, and then also putting the bouquet together. I think I'm gonna go jump in the pool. I'm like really, really hot. And I feel bad for Nady because he has to mow the lawn yet. But anyway, I think I'm gonna get some water on those plants, and then we will probably get in the pool. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you're having a wonderful day. Bye. My favorite flower, Scout?
Centuria.
That yellow one?
Yeah.
It's pretty sweet.
Because it's cool when it's blooming and when it's not blooming.
Yes! Good boy.
I mean, I could cut her this.
That's what we like.
So that's another bucket.
We like the flowers that look good when they're not blooming.